I'm excited to learn how to make nail polish and wire flowers, like these. This is a 26 gauge lightweight wire that I'll be using to make the frame of the flower. You need a round pencil. We'll be wrapping the wire around this to make the petals. And of course you're going to need some fingernail polish. I'm using up some bright pink and some glittery pink on these flowers. Plus I'm going to be using this for a leaf. It's not exactly a green, but it's what I have and I think it'll work really well. I'm going to use a couple little beads for the center of the flower. You don't have to do that, that's optional. Wire can be bent either with your fingers or with needle nose pliers if that's easier for you. And I'm going to be mounting mine on a rock. Several little flowers to make a little arrangement. You can use them in gift wrapping or any way that you would like. Let's get started. So this is a very lightweight piece of wire. It will bend easily around our pencil. I've cut off 1 to 1.5 feet long pieces. I'll be making 5 flowers, so I've got 5 pieces. Okay, so I'm going to leave a tail on this wire and we're going to wrap it around the pencil 5 times and make 5 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to twist these 2 wires together, and you can do it either with your fingers or with a needle nose pliers. Then I'm going to slide this off the end of the pencil. And I have my 5 loops that I'll use for petals. Now I'm going to take one of these wires and I'm going to feed it through the center of the petals and pull it tight, and then I'm going to twist these 2 wires again, and that's going to hold the center of those petals together when I open them up. I'm going to use my needle nose again and twist this wire. Okay, so this is going to be the stem, and now I have my 5 loops that I'm going to open up. I'm going to leave these kind of up and down like this for now because this will make it a little easier to coat each one with the nail polish. Later I'm going to bend them and make them look straight up and down like a flower, like this one. But for right now I'm going to just leave them like this so I can reach inside of each one to put on the nail polish. Now because these are so round, I'm going to give them just a little bit of a bend, make them a little more oval in shape for my petals. You can leave them round like that if you'd like, but it's just a little easier for me to get the nail polish to stay on when they're an oval shape instead of a total round. This might be a good craft for just a little bit older child. It takes some coordination and some patience. So we're going to start by coating the wire on one of the petals with fingernail polish. Then we kind of lay the fingernail polish brush over the wire and pull, and it coats it with almost like a bubble of fingernail polish. So let's do this again. So I coat the wire with the fingernail polish, and then I need a full brush of polish, and I start at the center or the outside and I pull it across. Doesn't always work. That's why I said you have to be patient. There we go. And we repeat that on each of the 5 petals. Actually, I am getting better at it. At first I had quite a bit of trouble with this. I'm getting better at it, and so will you. Okay, so there I've coated all 5 petals, and I'm going to stick it in this little block of foam that I have, and then I can let it dry and come back, and I'm going to put a second coat on there. I'm also going to make a couple leaves for a couple of the flowers, so I'm going to make sets of 2 petals for the flower leaves. So instead of making 5 loops, I'm only going to make 2. Everything else is the same. I just got to thinking I'd make a cute little 3-leaf clover if I wanted to ever do that. So I made my wire frame, and these will get painted this green color. And I say green, it's really a turquoise color, but I think it'll work nicely. So I'm going to make 3 sets of these, and again I'm going to come back and paint them a second coat. So when the petals are dry from the first coat of fingernail polish, we will put on a second coat. And that gets it nice and thick and colorful. So as these are drying, I'm going to tip the flower head up and get these petals to be like a regular flower, like that. Then I'm going to twist these wires together. And that makes the stem. And I'll do the same with the leaves and all of the other flowers. Now I'm going to make a little bouquet of these flowers, and then these are all going to sit on top of this rock. So I'm going to twist them together, and then I'm going to take the wires and go out over the rock and twist them from behind. So I'm making a little bouquet. Like how these leaves turned out. Okay, and then I'm going to twist them together, and then they're going to sit on these rocks. And let's see how this works. Now the stems are going to go out each direction around the rock, and then they're going to meet in the back and twist again. And then we'll kind of arrange the flowers. And we can arrange them more later as well. Okay. Now I'm going to paint on a little bit of this. I'm going to paint on a little bit of this glitter in the center of the flowers to make it look kind of like they're sparkling from the center out, and then I'm going to glue a bead to the center of each flower. I might even do that on the leaves a little bit. So I put a little bit of tacky glue here on the plate, and I have some small gold beads that I found in my craft stash. And I'm going to dip them in the glue and then set them in the center of the flower. There we go. Wasn't learning how to make nail polish and wire flowers fun? I'm using mine for a gift. For more craft ideas, come on over to welcometonana's.com and join the fun.